Shedeur, Sanders, obviously. Are you surprised they're holding 4 QBs first of all in Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, why is Kenny Pickett making the team other than they don't trust the 2 rookies, which I don't know how you can. I mean, I don't know how you can trust them to go in and just immediately, take over. Obviously, Flacco's the starter. I would imagine that if they're going to keep Kenny Pickett around, he's going to be the backup. And then apparently they have a good enough roster to keep 4 quarterbacks. You got to have a pretty good roster if you're going to keep 4 quarterbacks. So,
yeah, can you tell everyone about why is that significant? Because I tried to tell that. We're going to have Weddle and Shauna.
Like most teams these days,
is it different though? Not to cut you off. Is it different in special teams now being what it is? Back in the day, there's no way they could have kept 4 quarterbacks if guys are running down head.
Well, there is no more. There's just punt and punt return. There's no more special teams.
Yeah, you're right. The kickoff return is dead, basically.
Kickoff return and kickoff are dead position groups. I mean, you may get 1 or 2 a year that are significant, but they're dead. There's no more offensive linemen on the wedge. There's no more Matthew Slaters. Like, those guys are gone. So, yeah, I think that's significant, keeping 4 quarterbacks. But at the same time, I still don't think they need to. I mean, the Broncos kept 2 last year. They're keeping 3 this year. It's like, I guess it's just coach preference. Also, with the practice squad at 16 players and the money that they give there, that's an extension of the roster. They can bring guys up and down. I don't know if Shedeur or Gabriel clear waivers if you put either one of them on there. But at the same time, neither one of them deserve to start. I mean,
yeah, sure.
I thought after the first preseason game that, Shedeur might, if they liked him, that he would get some run and maybe be able to compete. But it's a very weird, situation there. I don't know why Cleveland drafted him. Like, they don't seem to like him. They didn't seem to like him when they drafted him. They don't seem to like him now. But they're keeping him and they drafted him, and that's weird. It's did you just draft him to not develop him and see if he what if he can play? You know what I'm saying? They may never know.
Yeah. You're not on the side of the collusion though in the NFL, right? Because I know you talked about that bullshit before.
I mean, I've dabbled in it and been like, yeah, maybe, but no, bro. There's nobody colluded against Shedeur. I think it's all just the way things fell. Now, do I think that people were turned off by all the pre-draft shit? Yeah, but I don't know if that's collusion necessarily.
There's rumors out there, like Alan, who covers everything on social media, former player of mine. There's rumors that they're keeping his ass to make money. Jersey sales are through the roof, ticket sales, all that shit, which is crazy, right? Is that if that's the reason they're keeping 4 and he's the 4th one they're keeping? Obviously, they're gonna have to get rid of Tyler Huntley, and they still got.
They already did, I think.
You still got Deshaun Watson on a contract. So I just don't understand this room, period. And it looks like they'll be drafting another quarterback. Like, man, if you draft the 3rd and the 5th round guy, you're not hoping that that's your franchise guy, right? For the future. I'm saying that's usually you get that for a plug-in, right? I'm just saying traditionally.
A third and a 5th round quarterback are looked at as backups. Yeah. We're gonna develop you, and if you turn into Russell Wilson, Dylan Gabriel, cool. If you turn into Tom Brady, Shedeur Sanders that late, cool. But I don't think they're expecting a whole lot out of a 3rd and 5th round quarterback. Not necessarily right away. So
to your point, why did they draft them? Is my point, because they're going to be drafting again. They're going to be drafting another quarterback.
Why draft him? And then now, why keep him? If I'm Shedeur, I'd prefer to get waived and hit waivers and try and go somewhere else and play.
Let me ask you. Do you think they're?
I think they will keep him just because. But I don't know if Shedeur and his team would go that route. I don't think that they would be able to shelf, ego and be able to handle the embarrassment of getting cut. I don't know if that's sometimes you have to get cut in order to really find your spot. And
Right.
and right now, I don't think Cleveland is the right spot for him. And if the only way out of it is to get cut, you might have to just eat shit, and get cut, bro. I mean, it's not. Let's be real here. It's not as if you're like beating the world down here from a quarterback perspective. It's not. It's more right now. It's more hype than it is, like just tangible quarterback play. They didn't give him enough opportunity with the ones to even see if he could play at that level. And then when he played well in the first preseason game, he didn't play in the second one. And then in the third one, he played with the threes, and you could tell like they were just discombobulated. I don't know if they're bad players, but they definitely weren't on the same page.
Right.
And then he got taken out in the 2-minute drill, which that seems a little fucked up to me when he played the whole game up to that point. But again, I'm not in the Browns quarterback room. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. So it seems to me like they don't like him very much, but they're going to keep him just in case. And that's going to just spawn resentment and a bunch of bullshit in Cleveland. But they're used to that. They're the Browns. Let's be real here, guys. We're talking about the Cleveland fucking Browns, which are the worst franchise ever. Like, they are so terrible. They are worse than Chicago at developing quarterbacks, and that's saying something.
I think you hit the nail on the head. They're keeping them just in case because they have not been able to find their solution to the quarterback position in I don't know how long, and now they don't know the answer. So they're like, you know what? Let's just get everybody. Let's just keep everybody. We don't know who's going to work, who's not going to work, and they're so afraid of letting him go. And then let's say he gets picked up somewhere else and becomes a really good quarterback. Now they're like, fuck, we messed up again at the quarterback position. So like, you know what? Let's keep Dillon. Let's keep Shedeur. Let's keep Pickett. Let's keep the old head and Flacco for now. And let's just try to maintain the storm and just see what we got and see if we might have lucked out at making a decision. That's how I feel.
Look, he did some really good things in the preseason early. What really concerned me, and I understand that all the prime sexuals and people are going to freak out when I say this, but what else is new? The third string quarterback play the other day with the threes and the drifting in the pocket, running backwards, throwing the ball all over the place, getting sacked for 23 yards, and having it done multiple times in one game. That shit is what we saw in Boulder. It's what we saw in Boulder's year 2. It can't happen.
Yeah.
And that in the NFL, in the National Football League,
get the ball out.
Okay, like I don't have a problem necessarily with that play. It's the other ones where he's running literally backwards.
And yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey,
in
man,
the National Football League, that shit's not going to work.
Explain as an O-lineman real quick, because I was the one arguing last year with all the prime sexuals. I said, dude, the guy leads the nation in getting sacked because he doesn't get rid of the football. I was slow, white guy. I had a very average O-line. I made the O-line better. Quarterbacks make O-lines better. I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks out there. Quarterbacks make O-lines better, and then they still need to. And I still fed my guys every day, Matt. I still fucking had them over for dinner and made them fucking think they were the greatest fucking O-line ever. That's what quarterback's job is. If you're the fucking guy, that's your job. And period. That's just how I am as a quarterback and as a coach. My thing is, if he doesn't step up, the quickest line to a point is straight lines, right? So I'm trying to figure out. He gives up the straight line more than any Q I've seen in this preseason. Like,
well, just stop. Go back real quick. Go back to the beginning of this clip. Hit play.
Right here, it's fine to me.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Is that receiver not wide motherfucking open?
Wide open.
But right now, though, Matt, that's the
Just
thing.
throw the ball. Throw the football.
Thing. He doesn't understand.
He's
like
not
that.
processing fast enough. He's looking down the field like Travis Hunter and Horn are running wide ass open against North Dakota State. That's not going to happen in the NFL.
That's how they was.
Matt, let me ask you something.
Do that.
NFL Open is completely different than college Open.
NFL Open is like
you got to throw them open.
College Open is 3 feet.
Yeah, you got to throw them open, Matt, in the league. You got to throw them open. Hey, Matt, real quick, O-line wise, I know you love your quarterbacks, and who'd you have? Mike McChesney at your time? Who would you quarterback?
McChesney was right before me, and then we had Pesavino and Klatt.
Okay, so that's right. Damn, Mike's older than Klatt. All right, so I talked to Mike the other day to say what's up. I spoke to his team. So look, I'm going to ask you the biggest pet peeve for an O-lineman looking back, seeing a sack, and then watching it the next day, and you're like, "Fuck, man,
why aren't you?" Ball.
Like, and we still love our Qs as O linemen, and our Qs still love our O lineers if they give up a sack. But I know, but I'm like, that's your biggest pet peeve, though, right? Like, fucking throw the ball, step up. Why are you escaping the pocket? I have him on the line. Like, I'm kick stepping this motherfucker up the field. Why are you escaping into his line where he just grabs you like this?
Well, like, I mean, if you watch the clip right before this too, there's multiple open receivers. Look. I don't care. Like all the apologists on social media, we're going to talk about this on my show, Bailey and I at noon, 0 to 60 on YouTube. Check it out today. But we're going to talk about this again. Like stop making the excuses. Knock it off. It doesn't help them any. It doesn't help the NFL any. It doesn't help the chat any. It doesn't help anything because it's not true. Look, the quarterbacks, the protection is on the quarterback first. I'd be hard pressed to actually. I want to know if he knows what he's doing, and I'm not saying he does. But in the first preseason game, it was the most vanilla looks I've ever seen. They didn't blitz him very much. It was just playing football. Okay. In the third preseason game, now he's with the threes, and it's a bunch of guys on the field at this point of the game that probably aren't going to make teams, and they're throwing shit against the wall in Cleveland, just like they're doing in LA, just trying to get through the preseason game. So if he could have, maybe done something productive in that fire, then it would have said something different. But he reverted back to college football panic time in the pocket, and it's a bad look.
Man, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not saying he's not talented. The kid has a ton of talent. He has a ton of potential, but he also has the potential to do this. So right now it's 50-50 swing on could he be a good pro quarterback? Yes. Could he be I'm not even going to say bust because you can't be a bust if you're a fifth round.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to the first game where everybody was hyped on him that he started. The 2 touchdowns, and I tweeted out. I said, "Hey, man, great ball placement on those 2 touchdowns." But they were both ad-lib plays with his feet that he got out the pocket on and made 2 plays. I watched the game and I watched that particular series and I looked at it. I'm like, well, he had the guys open in the pocket now, but he waited and used his feet. To your point, I'm just trying to make a point you made. Those were with 1s. He tried to escape the other day with 3s, and look what happened. See the difference? I think there's a huge fundamental issue with him in pocket awareness because I think he's looking at the rush. I don't think he understands looking at coverage at all. I don't believe he's looking at the coverage at all. I think he's looking at his receivers run routes, which is Cardinal Sin 101. You're going to get sacked and take sacks if you're looking at the back of your receivers' jerseys running routes and don't know what's under coverage-wise or over. And I think I'm looking at that just as a quarterback brain watching him, and I literally see that. Because I used to coach that. I'm like, dog, stop looking at the fucking line. I know when you're looking at the rush, Matt. You know when the quarterback's looking at the rush and not at the coverage. Because if they were looking at the coverage, he's throwing that ball the under. He's throwing the under route right now because he knows what the defense did. Oh, he left. Okay, replace. Listen, I don't expect Shedeur to be already at fucking Tom Brady year 8 level.
That's fair.
Not even close.
But I also expect you to make the simple layup at this level already. And that should have been in college, and it should be right now. That's all I'm saying.
Look, this is the other thing I'm going to say, too. All the apologists and Skip Bayless, and he needs to be traded, even me to a point. Like, he needs to get out of Cleveland. Maybe he needs to actually – retrospectively thinking about this, maybe he needs to stay in Cleveland and take coaching and really learn how to play the position the way that they want him to, rather than just, let's make it easier for Shedeur to be successful. Because it's obviously Cleveland's fault.
That's my thing.
I just, I understand Cleveland is a shithole and they've struggled significantly developing quarterbacks back in the day and up to this point. But at the same time, who's to say that he doesn't go to, I don't know, like the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah. And I say
they can't develop quarterbacks either. Maybe Pete Carroll can. Or who's to say he doesn't go to the fucking Cardinals or something? And
Hey, Matt, here's the thing. Stefanski is a 2-time coach of the year, right?
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
I mean, he's a 2-time coach of the year, whether it's political or not. We can all argue he's got more coach of the years than Mike Tomlin, which I think is fucking comical. But that's a whole nother thing. But he is 2-time coach of the year.
Coach in the league.
He's an offensive guy. Yeah. He's a quarterback guy. Maybe the fucking guy can get something out of him. I don't know. I just don't. I don't understand the 4 quarterback thing. Number one, I've been saying it a while. I still think something's going to happen. I think they're holding the pieces right now because they know the league is hurting at the position.
Yeah.
Somebody, Matt, is going to need a fucking Q, and they got 5 of them. So, hey, guess what? Kenny Pickett? I would think Kenny's going to be the trade block guy personally because he has experience. He's been in the league. And then I think you move up one of those other guys. I don't know. That's just my take, but
I think the same thing.
I don't know if they trade a
Flacco's
rookie.
old too. So
if they trade a rookie, Matt, to your point, sorry, so they look dumber than ever. If they draft,
what are they going to get for him?
Trade one now.
That makes sense.
If they trade one now after drafting 2, they even look dumber than they fucking did. So
and no one's going to trade for him either. Like, look, this after thinking about this a little bit more while we're talking, it might just be better for him to be absolutely and totally humbled. Like,
yeah, just
get cut, go on the practice squad, and have to absolutely just fight your ass off to get everything you want. Instead of, I'm not saying it was handed to him. I know Shedeur works hard, but he didn't compete at Jackson State for a job ever. He walked in and it was handed to him. That was at the press conference at Colorado when Prime said, "I'm your head coach, and we got your quarterback right over there." He never had to compete a day in his quarterback life at Colorado. Whatever he did,
high school, Matt, high school too. It's all his whole career. I've been saying.
So if you don't have to compete ever, when you do get into a position where you have to in order to get the job, and you have to battle, it's going to be foreign to you. And you know, he tries to brush it off with the nonchalant, like, I don't care what anybody thinks attitude. At just telling you, a guy who I kind of act like that sometimes. Those are the people who probably are the most sensitive to a lot of the criticism, honestly. And that's a defense mechanism, and it's just what it is. So, again, I'm going to reiterate this. You know, I think Shedeur's a hell of a player. He was a great college player. I am very eager to see how he develops as a man in this league, behind center, where you're leading other men and you're not leading college kids. You know, if he gets the opportunity, let's see what he does with it, with the ones, and, you know, with guys on the field like that. But at the same time, it might be a good thing to sit around and watch Deshaun Watson and not follow his lead, and watch Joe Flacco and follow about half of his. Watch Kenny Pickett and go, okay, I don't want to be that. I'm not trying to change teams 4 times in 5 years. You know, sit around and actually, you know, be aware of your surroundings and try and learn something from it. And then this 1 year of just bullshit that I'm sure he's looking at and going, this is fucked up and I'm not getting a real chance. Well, why don't you immerse yourself in the shittiness? Just take a big bite of the shit sandwich and eat it and see if you can turn it into something productive, instead of, let's not linger and wallow in the apologists and all their bullshit, and listen, and all the people in your camp that tell you should be starting, and all the Skip Baylesses in the world, and even me and other people that have said in the past. Now that it's not happening, now it's time to earn it.
It is. It should have got the fun time, man.
It's time to earn it.
There's no fucking gray area in this league. You win or you don't. It's real.
You either do it or you cannot. It's facts.
Speaking of the other son, who I think I've been saying, if he didn't have the last name Sanders, he wouldn't even have got fucking scooped up. But Shiloh got cut. I just think he
throwing punches and shit too. Like, that's terrible.
I didn't see that. And you and I both have done this before. We've had skirmishes or whatever. I don't know what he's doing.
He's throwing a punch right in front of the ref, dummy.
Yeah, he just looks like a little boy. He looks like a little boy in a man's league, and he's stiff, and I just never thought he was going to be a guy. I actually have talked to the kid several times. I like the kid. I just don't know if he's an NFL guy. I don't know if he's going to continue to play. I don't know if the ego – he doesn't – you know him better than me. I don't see him with the ego that Shedeur has, though, or at least what is portrayed. I think he's more of a humble kid, smiling all the time. He wants to play. I can see him trying to go play still, like whether it's UFL, maybe a practice squad, staying in the league if he can, XFL, whatever. I can see him still trying to play, or I think he'll be a hell of a football coach myself, just talking to him. But I don't think he belonged in the league. That's just me. Where you at with him being cut and let go? And I wish he would have stayed over the fucking 600-pound fat fuck that they keep putting on Twitter on my algorithm. But anyway,
he's saying lost no weight.
He still hasn't lost weight. Fuck him. I don't know. I don't get it.
Fuck
but
that
anyway,
piece of shit.
oh, dude.
Damn.
Where you at with Shiloh, and what happens? What's his future hold? Do you think?
Oh man, look. Is he going to be on the practice squad or is he just cut?
I think they cut.
Oh,
they waived.
he said he come too.
No, they cut the fat boy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They finally waived. They waived him. So if they waive him,
now he can go on my 800-pound life, and everyone can feel sorry for him some more.
Write a book. He'll write a book, man, and he'll make millions of dollars. And fuck,
just all you fat pieces of shit out there. I'm 330, so I can say this.
Yeah, I'm a part of the club.
Fucking save it. Like I save it. You can save
Spirit Airlines now. You can buy 2 tickets for one.
That's awesome. Good. You can sit up there and play softball with your tits and like fucking, talk about how you're being like disrespected because you can't stop eating cheeseburgers, you great big fat fuck. I have no sympathy for it whatsoever.
Cheeseburgers are good, man. Let's keep it real.
I dig cheeseburgers and lasagna and ice cream. I also dig the weight room and cardio and working and like I don't have a problem with walking around at 330 because I'm swole. I'm not some great big fat fuck.
Man, you do look lean. I didn't want to give you too many props. You look really good right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I've been trying not to be a great big fat fuck, so
you might be coming back or something.
I lost a lot of weight. People think I'm dying.
Now he looks sick. It's a little different. Like Matt looks lean, like tough. Like if I hit Matt, it's gonna be firm. When I touch you, it's jiggly like jelly.
I'm solid as a rock the hard way. Then I put the rubber on the wrong way. Then the nut came gushing. I got up and started pushing. Then I thought the bitch broke my dick, but I was still young doing dumb shit. Anyway, Matt, real quick, before we get out, we're going to break it down Friday more. We'll break it down more Friday, but